Now, I'm not one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Welcome to Chronicle Speaks. Diddy's team is pulling out all of the stops. We are going to show you the video they just uploaded, which is going to be shown to the entire court during the sentencing. We're going to get into that and then Diddy's letter and so much more. But let's first start here.
What you giving to the world? I don't think you know, man.
When my baby cries.
You gotta give her a bottle then.
Know that you mean something to people. Know that you mean something to people. Like you live somewhere in people's heart.
My nose fell off. No, my lip fell off. Thank you. You hear it?
You inspire, you energize, and you've left that for the rest of the existence of this planet, man.
One thing about great producers is they make you want to do better and be better about what you do. And he made me feel like I could do anything and go anywhere.
From New York. I love New York. I love the city of New York. I love the children of New York. I wanted to do something good. I wanted to get my generation in the hip-hop community behind us. They come through in a big way. And we wanted to raise some money for the children of New York City for health and education. We have a huge education crisis. And, you know, this is just a start. It's something we're going to be committed to. I'm going to be committed to for a lifetime. And it's no better way than taking it to the streets. It's a beautiful city. Running all around the city is going to be painful. It's going to be rough. But, you know, if we get through it, then it'll show kids and everybody else that, you know, finish what you started and you can do anything you put your mind to. Any of y'all go to public school?
Yeah.
Okay, y'all running to raise money for your schools. So y'all get more books and computers and stuff like that. I just feel like it's important that us, you know, young adults of power, that we look out for y'all. We utilize our power to make sure y'all are all right in the future. Put everything you can into your work, you know. Don't think the cool thing is not to do your work. Don't think the cool thing is to hang on the corner with your friends and to talk about stuff that ain't gonna protect your future.
What did you learn about him as a man who was taking up a new sport?
Well, you know, I was actually very impressed. You know, a lot of people think it's just a celebrity stunt, that he isn't serious about his running. He is as serious about his running, has been the last 9 weeks, as a lot of these guys in the lead pack. I mean, he's really devoted and dedicated himself to running. You know, he's had some knee problems, and a lot of people don't think he's going to finish. He is going to finish, even if he has to do it on one leg, because he's raised a lot of money for kids' charities, and he's not going to let all those people down.
Let's go. Where we going? We're going straight to the top, baby. Let's go is a constant reminder. Let's go. Boom. Live in the present. Sometimes, you know, you're daydreaming. Sometimes, you know, Uncle Diddy got to hit you with let's go. Clap it up on the sideline. Let's get our energy right. Come on. To make sure that you're pursuing your dream, that you're staying focused. Let's go. Let's keep going forward. Let's go means let's be positive. Let's take it up another notch. Let's go spend time with our kids. Let's go. Let's give thanks to God. Let's go. You know, let's turn it up. Let's get in the vocal booth. Let's stop procrastinating. Let's go. You know, let's understand what it's going to take to achieve that dream.
So instead of talking about the guns or the violence, I was always talking about a better life. Places we didn't go before. Things we never wore. Cars we never drove. Houses we never lived in. I think I brought an aspiration to hip-hop. Tried to take it out of just being street. All stuff was a fantasy and a dream that I always felt would come true.
I started out just like you guys. I come from New York. I grew up in Harlem. I used to have to wear a uniform every day. Had to get up early in the morning, had to travel to go to school. I worked hard, just like you guys are working. This country and this world we live in may have planned for y'all. I didn't listen to that, and I don't want y'all to listen to it either. Y'all are great. Y'all are kings. Y'all are queens. Y'all are leaders. I just got so excited because this is truly a dream come true for me. And I'm happy to say this is our third school we have opened. It's official. When we come together as a people, nothing can stop us.
What I want to do with my freedom is, make sure that I can make change.
And I found out that Mr. Sean Diddy Combs posted me on Instagram.
We met Sean Diddy Combs for the first time, and Sean gave Trey a $25,000 grant, which allowed us to open a physical store.
Revolt, as one of the only Black-owned networks, we have to own something. We have to have something that's ours. We have to have something that we can control our narrative, and we could speak about things that are important to us, and we could have a platform and a foundation to be free. But I want to get advice from y'all. I want to not just have a one-way conversation.
We need a platform where they can put artists that are different, really different, that wouldn't get a shot on other stations.
Working for Revolt TV and working for Diddy was absolutely life-changing. It was the best job I've ever had. I learned excellence through him.
I don't see any other things truly changing. And I don't understand how we are the richest, most powerful country in the world, and it seems like we can't solve the problems within our own community.
African American communities are last, and the only people that are going to change that is us. So we have to stand strong together, and we have to get to that change. You will change the world.
I've been through hell,
Yeah,
but I'm gonna make it.
you're gonna make it, that's right. Now I got something for you. Remember I told you I had a present for you?
Yeah. I ain't that pretty.
This is a heart, because you're my heart.
Oh.
All right?
Okay.
You my heart.
Okay.
May God bless you and keep you happy and keep you thinking positive. Everything's not gonna be perfect at this time in life. And you're a good person that understands reality. So we're gonna accentuate the positives in life. Cause you're doing great, girl. You're doing great.
God knows.
You know what I'm saying? You're doing great. I want you to be happy about your life. You're doing great. We got a lot of living to do now. We got a lot of living to do. Don't have me come behind me. I'll be taking you everywhere. You be going everywhere.
Hang up together.
Okay, what's your name?
When you were a little boy, Jeannie Ned.
Okay, Jeannie.
Yeah, you just keep hanging in there.
Thank you very much. Well, I'm telling you right now, you did a great job. I'm wrapping my head around and meeting you, and also telling you did a great job at the same time. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'd rather at the end of the day be the one standing there with you was the best person. You made us feel the best as a person. How old are you?
2.
How old are you?
2.
2. You got a 2. That's 2.
My name is Pookie the Bird. Pookie.
Happy birthday.
Marshall, we gonna be shucking it up. Yeah, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Thank you, God.
Today, God is the greatest. He blessed me and my girlfriend Kim in the world with 2 beautiful baby girls.
We have breaking news to tell you about now. Model and actress Kim Porter, who shares 3 children with Sean Diddy Combs, has been found dead.
She just loved me unconditionally, She just loved me just for me. It's like the closest you could be like with a person.
I get to thinking about her, and I go to crying about her.
Today, now I'm a full-time dad, and I'm gonna be there for you through everything, all of y'all.
Every Sunday, I gotta slow everything down and do the family ritual, get the family together, make some girls watching church.
There is a definition of grace that is more.
Pops, I love you. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for inspiring. I've looked up to you and admired you outside of you just being my father, just you being just a great human being, a kind human being. I love how you inspire me to keep going, to never stop following my dreams, to always believe in myself.
See a book, but in that middle part.
I wanted to tell you how much I love you, how much I care for you. Thank you for being so supportive of me and my siblings' dreams, for always encouraging us to go for whatever we want.
We love you. We can't wait to make more memories with you. Just like thank you for everything you do for us. Yes. And I want you to know that you're loved more than you think.
I had to pick this trophy. I want the best person trophy. But I know in order for me to get into heaven, I'm not gonna get in there, well, come on in heaven, you had 20 hit records. That don't mean nothing. And that's what this world is for. They're gonna say, oh, come on in heaven, you was a nice person. I love you.
I love you so much.
I love you so much. I love you so much.
Hi, Daddy.
But wait, there's more. Diddy also penned a letter to Judge Subramanian. Let's get into it. So Diddy says this: Dear Judge Subramanian, I hope this letter finds you well and in good health and spirits. Thank you for the opportunity to express my thoughts to you. First and foremost, I want to apologize and say how sincerely sorry I am for all of the hurt and pain that I caused others by my conduct. I take full responsibility and accountability for my past wrongs. This has been the hardest 2 years of my life, and I have no one to blame for my current reality and situation but myself. In my life, I have made many mistakes, but I am no longer running from them. I am so sorry for the hurt that I caused, but I understand that the mere words "I'm sorry" will never be good enough, as these words alone cannot erase the pain from the past. Over the past 13 months, I had to look in the mirror like never before. My pain became my teacher. My sadness was my motivator. I had to admit my downfall was rooted in my selfishness. The scene and images of me assaulting Cassie play over and over in my head daily. I literally lost my mind. I was dead wrong for putting my hands on the woman that I love. I'm sorry for that and will always be. My domestic violence will always be a heavy burden that I will forever carry. The remorse, the sorrow, the regret, the disappointment, the shame. I'm honestly sorry for something that I couldn't forgive someone else for if they put their hands on one of my daughters. This is why it's so hard for me to forgive myself. It's like a deep wound that leaves an ugly scar. Your Honor, I thought I was providing for Jane concerning her and her child, but after hearing her testimony, I realized that I hurt her. For this, I am deeply sorry. I lost my way. I got lost in my journey, lost in the drugs and the excess. My downfall was rooted in my selfishness. I have been humbled and broken to my core. Jail is designed to break you mentally, physically, and spiritually. There have been so many times that I wanted to give up. There have been some days that I thought I would be better off dead. The old me died in jail, and a new version of me was reborn. Prison will change you or kill you. I chose to live. Every day since my incarceration, as difficult as my circumstances currently are, I have made the best of my time by reading books, writing, working out, or in therapy, obtaining the tools and knowledge to deal with my past drug abuse and anger issues. I have been putting in the work and working diligently to become the best version of myself to ensure that I never make the same mistakes again. I realize that I am in a situation where no amount of money, power, or fame can save me. Only God can save me. My grandmother used to teach me that God makes no mistakes and that everything he does is for your good. I believe that a bad situation can be used for good. Although this situation has been the hardest and darkest time of my life, good things have come out of my incarceration. For starters, I am now sober for the first time in 25 years. I have been trying my best to deal with my drug abuse and anger issues and take accountability as well as positive steps towards healing. One of the most beautiful things that I have experienced is being asked by my fellow inmates to teach and mentor them. They wanted to know what I did to become a successful businessman. I was inspired by their hunger and desire to learn information in order to not only set goals, but to achieve any goal or dream that their hearts desire. I started teaching a 6-week program called Free Game, title given by my fellow inmates, which I was able to get approved and sanctioned by the Bureau of Prison, also known as the BOP. I don't just teach about my success, I also teach about my mistakes and failures. It has truly been a blessing to do something positive in a negative situation. It has been beautiful to see my newfound hope in my fellow inmates' eyes. The most shocking thing to see was the unity and peace this class has produced. As you are probably aware, jails and prisons are segregated places. However, in our class, we have Black, Spanish, white, and Asians all together in one room, learning and working together. We even have an interpreter for the Spanish-speaking inmates. The biggest miracle that I've seen with this class is that all the gangs such as Bloods, Crips, MS-13s, Trinitarians, and 18th Street in one room working together. I am also proud to say that since the class started, there have been no fights in our unit. This class has also helped me in my time of need and despair. Being able to do something good for others has also given me much needed hope. God bless me with this opportunity to help others, and I will continue to do so. I ask for your mercy today, not only for my sake, but for the sake of my children. God bless me with 7 beautiful children, 3 sons and 4 daughters. Their names are Quincy, Justin, Christian, Chance, Jesse, Delilah, and my newest addition, a 2-year-old daughter, Love. 4 of my children lost their mother, Kim Porter, and she tragically passed away in 2018. I am their only parent. I have failed my children as a father. My father was murdered when I was 3 years old, so I know firsthand what it's like to not have a father. More than anything, I just want the opportunity to return home and be the father that they need and deserve. God also blessed me with the greatest mother in the world. My mother sacrificed her life and dreams to provide for me and my younger sister, Keisha. She worked 3 jobs to make sure we had a roof over our heads, clothes on our backs, and the best education. My mother is now 84 years old, and she recently had brain surgery. Despite her own health challenges, she attended my trial every day. I have always been her primary caregiver. It breaks my heart that I put myself in this situation, and for the first time, I am unable to be there for my mother when she needs me the most. As I write this letter to you, I am scared to death, scared to spend another second away from my mother and my children. I no longer care about the money or the fame. There is nothing more important to me than my family. I understand that one factor the court has to consider is deterrence. Deterrence for me and for others to ensure that no one follows in my footsteps and makes the same mistakes. For over a year, I have been locked in one room with 25 other incarcerated people, sharing the same one room. In this room that I share, there are no windows, there's no natural clean air, there is no sunlight, and we all live in one room. We eat, sleep, use the toilet, take showers, and prepare meals all in the same room. The conditions that my actions have placed me in are inhumane. I don't tell you this for pity or sympathy. I'm simply sharing my truth and the truth of my fellow incarcerated people. We have no clean drinking water, and we boil our drinking water. We all share one washing machine, which is broken. I am surrounded by drugs and live every day with a constant threat of being stabbed or losing my life. Again, I am not expecting pity or sympathy, but my time at MDC has changed me forever. Prior to being in jail, I took care of and was present for my family. Being in jail and because of my conduct, I lost the ability to care for my mother. I lost the ability to effectively raise and support my children. I have missed my 3 daughters' proms and graduation. I have missed taking one of my daughters to college. I have lost the freedom to teach my 2-year-old daughter how to speak, dance, play, or be there to console her when she falls down or has a nightmare. I started from nothing and worked hard to earn everything I had, but because of my conduct, I have lost all of my businesses. I've lost my career. I lost my charter schools that I started, and I destroyed my reputation and stained the reputation of those that worked for me. I lost being present with my family. Between all of my losses and lessons, I can state for a fact that I will never be in another criminal courtroom again, and I do not believe any other person would do anything similar from fear of similar punishments. If you give me a chance, I would like the opportunity to share my story with people to prevent at least one person from making the mistakes that I've made. I can't change the past, but I can change the future. I know that God put me here to transform me. Since incarceration, I have gone through a spiritual reset. I'm on a journey that will take time and hard work. I'm proud to say I'm working harder than I ever have before. I'm committed to the journey of remaining a drug-free, non-violent, and peaceful person. I thank God that I am stronger, wiser, clean, clear, and sober. God makes no mistakes. I realize that this trial has received a tremendous amount of global press, and Your Honor may be inclined to make an example out of me. I would ask Your Honor to make me an example of what a person can do if afforded a second chance. If you allow me to go home to my family, I promise I will not let you down, and I will make you proud. Today, I humbly ask you for another chance to be a better father, another chance to be a better son, another chance to be a better leader in my community, and another chance to live a better life. I am writing you to not gain any sympathy or pity. This experience is simply the truth of my existence and has changed my life forever, and I will never commit a crime again. Thank you for your time and consideration, Sean Combs. But wait, there's more. Diddy's team sent a reply sentencing memorandum on Diddy's behalf last night. Now, this is a 61-page response to the prosecution's memorandum, and let me tell you this. They went through everything. Now, we already know that the jury had their say in the case. They cleared Diddy of sex trafficking, RICO, and all the charges involving force and coercion. But the government, they're still moving like he's guilty of all of that and asking the judge to throw the book at him. They're calling out the prosecution for trying to rewrite the verdict. So let's get into it. So we all know Diddy was not convicted of the sex trafficking. However, he was convicted of something much narrower. Under the Mann Act, that means the jury found him guilty of transporting consenting adults across state lines for sex. That's it. No force, no threat, no fraud. Now, this is what the defense is saying. Just the travel part. His lawyers are saying the sentence should stick to just that and nothing else. But the government isn't satisfied. They filed a massive 161-page sentencing memo asking for a sentence of 30 years to life. And I was like, wait a minute. I thought it was 11. I actually had to look and see what was said. This says instead of accepting the verdict and advocating a reasonable sentence, the government has gone to extreme lengths to try to justify a draconian sentence, particularly for a 55-year-old man. Instead of addressing the conduct for which Mr. Combs was convicted, the government has devoted 161 pages to rehashing evidence rejected by the jury and concocting far-fetched legal argument to try to jack up the guideline range to an absurd 360 life level, as if he had been convicted not only of the acquitted charges, but also other uncharged offenses. So they're basically saying that the prosecution is wanting the judge to treat this case like a full-on sex trafficking RAPE case, which is the very thing the jury rejected. So to get there, they're asking for every sentence enhancement they can think of: coercion, leadership role, obstruction of justice, vulnerable victims, and even applying the federal RAPE guideline. That one move alone would double his base sentence. So here's where Diddy's team claps back to everything the prosecution had to say. They're saying, hold up. The jury acquitted him of all of that. And in November of 2024, the Sentencing Commission put a new rule in place where judges can't use acquitted conduct to raise sentencing ranges. In plain English, they're saying you can't punish somebody for charges the jury already threw out. And his team is basically telling the court to respect the verdict and don't let the prosecution sneak in a second trial at sentencing. So the government wants the judge to sentence Diddy as if he committed RAPE by fear. His defense says that makes no sense. The jury already said he wasn't guilty of forcing Cassie or Jane into sex, and the evidence at the trial showed that. While the relationships were definitely toxic, both women were adults who often participated willingly. So applying a RAPE guideline to a Mann Act conviction, that's unconstitutional and completely off base. Now, the probation office did recommend a tougher sentence than the defense wanted. However, here's the catch. Even probation's recommendations was based on the idea of force and coercion. Again, things the jury said wasn't proven. Diddy's team says probation basically fell into the same trap as the government by relying on acquitted conduct. Diddy's lawyers also pointed at data from other Mann Act cases. They show that most people who get heavy time under the law are dealing with youngsters, violence, or commercial prostitution rings. Where it's just adults and consensual travel, sentences are way lighter, sometimes just a couple of years, sometimes just probation. Their point, giving Diddy 30 years would make his punishment completely disappropriate compared to how similar cases are handled nationwide. So they close the memo with a heavy fairness argument. They remind the court that the jury's verdict is the foundation of our legal system, and if the court sentences him as if he's guilty of sex trafficking or RAPE, it would be disrespecting the jury, disrespecting the Constitution, and disrespecting justice itself. They even quoted an old speech from a former U.S. Attorney General about prosecutors needing to play fair and not just go after victims. So what are they asking for? Well, they're asking for a modest sentence. In this memo reply, they do not put a number on it, but they're making clear that they're talking about something in the line of other Mann Act cases involving adults, which is usually a few years at most. They point to Diddy's age, he's 55, and says that he admits he's made serious mistakes, but they argue that he's been working on himself while behind bars, and their plea to the judge is simple. Don't let the government overreach. Give him a chance at mercy and sentence him for only what he has actually been convicted of. Lastly, we're going to speak about Tony Buzbee. You remember the infamous Texas attorney that had about 200 lawsuits filed against Diddy. Well, now he's changing his tune. He has about 50, but he has some new ones that he just uploaded. So he says, in response to the multiple inquiries regarding the status of the Diddy civil litigation, I can report this. We recently beat back yet another effort by the Diddy civil defense team to dismiss one of the cases on file in New York State Court. That case, along with many others, will proceed trial consistent with the court's schedule and other docket obligations. Today, we filed another group of cases in state court in Los Angeles on behalf of several women who allege SA at the hands of Sean Combs and his associates. So far, we are pursuing approximately 50 cases filed in both New York and California. There will be many more filed, along with everyone else concerned. We await the federal court's ruling regarding sentencing. Our team is proud to lead the civil effort in this important litigation, and we look forward to the opportunity to try these cases to verdict in front of juries. We haven't heard about any lawsuits from Tony Buzbee in months, but the fact that he puts this in right before Diddy is sentenced, it says a lot. What I need to do is hear from you. What do you think about everything going on in the Diddy case? You know, we will be following this sentencing. We will be uploading. Let us know what you think. Leave a comment and we'll talk about it down below. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Once again, thanks for watching. But before you go, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any of our new episodes.